Welcome back, and you're watching Market Fatafat on ET now. Let's keep it going with all the stocks that are moving in trade, and let's pull up L&T. That's the next stock I'm going to talk about. And just a short while ago, what we saw coming in, and this is a BSE notification that the company said that they have actually signed a major contract with high power radar. So major contract for the company, that is around 5,000 to 10,000 crore order that has come in. The company said that the Ministry of Defence, Government of India has awarded a major contract to the company for supply of high power radars to the Indian Air Force. Now, high power radars is a static sensor for long-range aerial surveillance with higher uptime as well, and equipped with multi next-gen features and capability of remote operations as well. They will augment in IAF, that's the Indian Air Force capabilities, and augment well with what they are looking at in terms of monitoring as well. So on the back of that, today we saw L&T trading with gains of almost more than 5% as of now as well, managing to hold on to these gains on the back of this major contract, which ranges in the range of 5,000 to 10,000 is what they in the division of that range is what they've received this order. So let's keep an eye out on L&T.
Alright, moving on to the other stock that you picked out for us, Osho IndusInd Bank. Now, this counter in the last 6 months hasn't done really much for us. Is it time that we'll start seeing this particular counter moving?
See, overall, IndusInd Bank has been hovering near the 200-day SMA on the daily time frame. And today, as we are witnessing a strong traction in the banking space, IndusInd Bank is on the verge of giving a sloping trendline breakout. So I'm expecting that above 1510 or 1515 odd levels on the spot zone, there can be a strong upside movement that can be seen in this counter. The first target that can be seen in IndusInd Bank is 1550 to 55. Once it breaches the zone, then from here onwards 1600 is the zone that one can eye in IndusInd Bank. Even on the lower end, 1450, which is the 200-day SMA, should be acting as a strong support zone. So I am expecting that from risk reward point of view and from a trader's point of view, this is a very strong setup for having a buy or a accumulation in IndusInd Bank for a shorter duration period.
Alright, moving on to another stock that's buzzing in trade, that is TVS Motors. And let's look at the news flow on this particular counter. With TVS Motor Singapore Pte Limited have paid 2 million euros and initiated the acquisition of 8,000 equity shares in the German-based electric mobility products and components startup Kilowatt GmbH. Shareholdings shareholdings of TVS Motor Singapore Pte in the company will be increased from a 39% to a 49% by the way of newly issued shares of the company. Now remember, earlier they had held 39%, now they have increased it to 49%. The company had announced this earlier on. Now the total consideration of the acquisition of 8,000 equity shares in Kilowatt is 4 million euros. Whereby 2 million euros will be paid on and before 4th of March, and the remaining 2 million euros will be paid on a later date subject to completion of the specific pre-agreement milestone by Kilowatt GmbH. On the back of this news flow, we can see Tata Motors in focus. It's whipsawing through the day. In fact, right now it is pretty flattish, just down now, a 0.1% in trade right now.
Absolutely, keeping an eye out on that. But let's move on and talk about the next stock, that is Nalco. And Osho, Nalco, what's the chart indicating for this one? Where do we see it moving on from the current levels? Are you expecting an upside, given that it's already seen a sharp rise in the last 3 months?
See, National Aluminium has seen some kind of consolidation and even have seen some kind of profit booking from the zone of 165, 168. Currently hovering near the 21-day exponential moving average, but the traction that is seen in the overall metal space, I am expecting that again it has the potential to retest the immediate high of 165, 68 odd levels. So for that levels, one can definitely gauge the momentum, try to gauge the momentum, keeping a strict stop loss of 154. So this is a shorter duration trading setup, but overall the structure looks very positive. The time it gives a breakout above the zone of 168, then from there onwards one can even target for 175 followed by 180 levels in the short term period.
Lisa, the next counter is Dilip Buildcon that you have picked out for us. Tell us what's the news flow for this particular counter?
Right, so Urja Patalgaon, which is their subsidiary, they have received an order from NHI, and this is the project cost is around 1,955 crore. The completion period is around 30 months, and the operation period from the COD is around 15 months. And That is why we can see that the stock is up around 5%, and even the last 1 month the stock is around 15%, and that has outperformed even the benchmark indices on the back of the back-to-back order wins that it has gained over the last 1 month.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. And GAIL is a stock that we're keeping an eye out on the back of a brokerage note. That is, what we're seeing is that the brokerage is maintaining a buy on GAIL. They've hiked the target price. It comes from Citi, so they've hiked the target price to 200 rupees per share from rupees 195. What they're saying is that the US Henry Hub prices have seen a sharp fall from the average of around $2.7 in terms of the metric tons that the gas is measured in Q3 to 1.5 the MMBTU, which is the measuring for gas prices. Now, other than that, this is what they say is that this could actually bring down GAIL's input gas cost in the petchem segment by $0.5, and even as realizations remain largely stable, this will improve the quarterly petchem EBITDA for the company. So yes, let's keep an eye out on GAIL India today, trading with gains of almost 1% as of now.
Moving on, Osho, you picked out Tata Consumers for us. It has seen a gains of around 40-42% in the last 6 months. What is the upside that you're seeing for this stock? People have been talking about the FMCG pack. What are you penciling in on the charts for this one?
See, overall from the FMCG pack, two counters are only looking very positive as of now. One is Tata Com, other is Godrej CP. But coming to Tata Com as of now, it has consolidated in the last 1 to 2 trading months around a zone of 1150, 1160 odd levels. But in the recent period, in the recent 2 trading sessions, we have witnessed a strong spurt in this counter and expecting a breakout, which already has happened around the zone of 1180 to 1190 odd levels. So from here onwards, as it is a consolidation breakout, so I'm expecting an upside target of nearly 1240 to 1250 on immediate basis. And even on the support lines, 1160 should be acting as a very strong support zone. So the trading setup stands around 1160 to 1240 is the immediate range, and one should have a very pragmatic approach and even try to gauge the momentum in the coming sessions.
Let's move on to the next one. And Ashesha, you've picked out NCC for us today. I believe it's in focus on the back of an order win.
Yes, it is on the back of order wins, and the stock at the moment is at the highest point of the day, 3.9% higher in trade as we speak. So the company yesterday informed the exchanges that they've won orders worth about 1,476 crores in the month of February. Out of this 1476 crore, one order is to the tune of 1304 crores, which relates to the transportation division, and the balance 172 crore order is with respect to the building division. So about 1500 crore worth new orders is what the company has won in the month of February, and hence the stock is gaining in trade today. As I mentioned, at the highest point of the day, 4% higher in trade as we speak.
Osho, you picked up ICICI Prudential life insurance for us. Now, this stock hasn't really done anything for the investors in the last 6 months. It has been, it has seen cuts of over 3%. What are you penciling in for on the charts for this one?
Overall, as you have mentioned, this counter is already in a very corrective phase. It has been hovering in the cycle of lower lows, lower highs. But the recent development have seen that in the recent past, it has given a higher lows on the technical chart. So I am expecting that from here onwards, the downside is very limited, or it has been done for the time being. And I'm expecting that from here onwards, it will start its upward movement. Approximately 560, 570 is the first target that I am eyeing on. And once it reaches the zone of 570, then from there onwards, we can see a strong reversal in this counter for approximately 600 and 620 kind of a target over a medium term perspective. So one should definitely keep this counter in their radar, because I am expecting that the bottom has been made, and from here onwards one can expect a strong reversal in the coming time.
Strong reversal for ICICI Prudential. The bottom has been made. That's the word coming in for Osho. But the other stock in focus, the 5-star business, Vinny. The board has inter alia considered and approved the issuance of NCDs aggregating to around 2,500 crores through private placement in one or more tranches. Now, a sharp spike in the morning was seen in the stock. In fact, it was up 2% before it actually succumbed to selling pressure. But as we can see, it is absolutely flat right now, just 0.04% uptick. But we did see a sharp spike coming in the morning, up 2%, but right now trading absolutely flat.
Absolutely. It's trading flat right now, but sharp spike in the morning. But let's move on to the next one, and that is Avanti Feeds and Osho. In the middle, we had seen all these stocks which had seen the shrimp side stocks, which had seen a run up coming in. Like you can see on the charts, also specifically in the last couple of months, that run up has come in. What's the view for Avanti Feeds now? Are you expecting this run up to continue, or back to again the correction phase?
See, overall, there has been a strong traction in the recent period, as you have mentioned. The prices was near about, the breakout has happened near about 440, 450 odd levels, which has surged towards the zone of 590. And again, after some consolidation in a broader range, the traction has again came back in this counter. So I'm expecting again it has the potential to test the zone of 590, 600 in a short-term duration. And once it surpasses the zone, I need to review again for the higher target. But I'm expecting that 590, 600 is the resistance, and once it breaches those zones, then this counter has the potential to test approximately 640 on immediate basis. So one should definitely try to gauge momentum even from risk reward point of view. 490 and 500 should be acting as a support zone. So one should, on a positional basis, one should definitely try to buy this counter for immediate target of 590 followed by 640.
Okay, 590 and 640 are the targets that one could watch out for Avanti Feeds. Let's move on and talk about Allcargo Logistics. So as this one in focus now, TREL, that is Trans India Real Estate and Allcargo Group Company, has signed a definitive agreement, and this is to sell its logistic park in Haryana, and this is going to be at a price of around 637 crores approximately. The deal consummation is going to will help TREL, which is the subsidiary of group company of Allcargo Logistics, realize a substantial value for its divestment and continue to have a zero debt. This is what the highlight came in the announcement, which was made as well last evening. As of now, the stock is trading with gains of 1.7% approximately.
All right, with that, it's time for a quick breather. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more stocks that are buzzing in trade.
के माध्यम से प्रदान किया है। मैं चाहता हूं कि एक बार आप सभी जोरदार तालियों से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का अभिनंदन करें। मैं उज्जैन की देवभूमि को प्रणाम करता हूं। भगवान कृष्ण के द्वारा 5000 साल पहले दिए गए गीता का ज्ञान आज भी हम सबके लिए मार्गदर्शन कर रहा है। भगवान कृष्ण ने भी अपनी शिक्षा इसी उज्जैन के संदीपनी आश्रम में आकर ग्रहण किया था। मध्य प्रदेश देश का हृदय है और मुझे ये कहने में कोई हिचक नहीं है कि आने वाले समय मध्य प्रदेश का समय है। हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी इस राष्ट्र को परम वैभव के शिखर पर ले जाने के लिए मेहनत कर रहे हैं। ये साफ दिखाई दे रहा है कि इस संकल्प को पूरा करने के लिए डॉक्टर मोहन यादव जी के नेतृत्व में मध्य प्रदेश महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रहा है। Honorable Chief Minister, I'm excited to share the confidence of our nation's business community that you will enable more growth and prosperity for Madhya Pradesh than ever before. And assembled here today are some of our nation's brightest business minds, the team that will build on your vision to transform Madhya Pradesh into India's Mukhya Pradesh. Looking at the range of supportive multi-sectorial policies, schemes and reforms that your government is now pushing forward, it is clear that the infinite potential of Madhya Pradesh is rapidly emerging into the light. I see infinite possibilities of infinite growth, especially in energy and infrastructure. And the Adani Group is excited about investing in Madhya Pradesh. Honorable Chief Minister, currently our presence in Madhya Pradesh spans a wide range of sectors from roads, cement, natural resources, thermal power, renewable energy and power transmission. Our cumulative investment in the state amounts to rupees 18,000 crore, and we have created almost 11,000 employment opportunities across the state. I am delighted to announce that not only will the Adani Group continue investing in these diverse sectors, but we will also more than double our investments in the Madhya Pradesh and contribute in our own humble way to the state's all-round development. Honorable Chief Minister, our faith in your visionary leadership will see us investing close to 75,000 crores in Madhya Pradesh. Of this, 5,000 crores will be utilized to build the Mahakal Expressway from this great city of Ujjain to Bhopal through Indore. We will also invest another 5,000 crores to set up a 4 million tons per annum clinker unit in Chorgadi and 2 cement grinding units in Devas and Bhopal with a combined capacity of 8 million tons per annum. In the natural resource sector, we will invest over 4,000 crores and another 600 crores to expand our presence in food processing, logistics and agri-logistics and the defense manufacturing sector. Our investments in fuel distribution, which includes our compressed natural gas, CGD, LNG, EV and bio businesses, will exceed 2,100 crores, the bulk of which will be used to strengthen our city gas distribution networks in 5 geographical areas of Bhind, Burhanpur, Anupur, Tikamgarh and Alirajpur. Honorable Chief Minister, the Adani Group's biggest investment will be in enhancing your state's access to plentiful, reliable and affordable power. We will invest close to 30,000 crores to ramp up our power generation capacity at our Mahan Energen plant in Singrauli from its current 1200 megawatts to a massive 4,400 megawatts. We will also invest close to 28,000 crores to set up 3,410 megawatt capacity of pump storage projects. In all, our total planned investments of nearly 75,000 crores will generate over 15,000 direct and indirect employment opportunities in a wide variety of industrial sectors across Madhya Pradesh. Honorable Chief Minister, the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji, is reflected in your ambitious growth and development plans of Madhya Pradesh. I believe I speak for everyone present here today that under your decisive and inspiring leadership, this state will accelerate faster than ever before on the mission of transformation, industrial development and prosperity for all. The Adani Group is privileged to be a part of this incredible journey you are leading. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Adani, for being the voice of the industry and showing your faith, trust, confidence and further.
That was Mr. Adani at a Madhya Pradesh event there and talking over there. But on that note, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Market Fatafat on ET now. It's a goodbye from Ankita, myself, as well as the team who put this show together. And thank you so much, Osho, Shesha, as well as Lisa for joining in with us on ET now for Market Fatafat. But up next, in a special segment of Sundaram Mutual presents Wealth Creators SIP edition Nivesh Day, we will explore the realm of financial planning with SIPs, demystifying the process for our viewers. Join us and as we uncover strategies and benefits of incorporating SIP into your financial plan.